I want to get that nut tied up against that. Where do you make your adjustments?
Do what?
Okay, let's see if it shuts properly now. Okay, you want to get it to where your door will open, and then after you apply adequate weight to the top, it closes in perfectly. Good. Okay, I ended up with this. These are your bolts. There's 1, 2, 3. These go to your mud flap. That goes right up against your passenger tire. This one goes to the front of your body kit, up to the front end of the fender, that little triangle that comes up to the end of it. These two are little washers. They go towards the front as well. One of these will also go up towards the front. This is for your headlight. This is for your headlight. This is for your headlight. And all these are for your fender as well. So let's count it up. I got, well, no, this one I have one extra on the other side. I forgot to put it in. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 10 millimeters for the fender, the mud flap, and the headlight. And then I got 3 screws. This one, like I said, is for the body kit to the fender, and these 2 are for the mud flap, which also that one's going to go to. Okay, last part. You're going to want to try and pre-fit your fender. Okay, this is going to make the difference. Now, when you're installing it, you're going to want to do this, but mine are already installed, so I know mine's going to fit and not rub. But when you're first installing it, you're going to want to pre-fit your fender back on and make sure that it doesn't rub up against where you cut that and folded your flaps and everything. So that's what I'm going to try next. Okay, mine pre-fit in there. It's set pretty well. Until you tighten it up, obviously it's going to have some gaps in it, like this big gap right here. You're going to have to manage to tighten them up like at certain different points. I found that it's best to start with these top ones, this one here and this one here, and kind of work your way to these lower ones in here. The 2 bolts that are going to be behind this body kit here, and that 3rd one that's going to be right in there. Again, those 2 bolts and that 3rd one right there. That's going to be 5 of them right there. And then you're going to need to make sure you get this one here. This one is really going to suck up your bottom and get it over there. Then you have one under the bottom, but that's going to screw into the mud flap over there as well. Making sure I'm not missing some. Oh, and then there's also going to be one on the inside of here, of course, to pull the inside of the fender up. Okay, 2 more things. Just a quick reminder. If you have an HID setup kit like I do, or anything, and you've undone your ground bolt, be sure that when you're undoing all this stuff that you do remember to ground your stuff back off. The second thing, which I kind of sort of forgot, like I didn't forget to do it, but I did it at the wrong angle. Now see where you made your cuts here and stuff to your fender? You're going to want to spray them with whatever color your car is, a primer. Whenever you cut into the metal like that, it'll eventually start to rust and eat away at the rest of your fender. So to prevent that, you're going to want to spray it with a primer. I chose gray primer because my car is silver, and from the inside it really doesn't make it look that much different, so it's not a big deal. So I sprayed the inside of mine where I made my cuts. Just, you know, do that, get it out of the way. And if you can do that while it's on the car or while it's off the car, I'd recommend it off the car so you don't get it on your paint, on your actual car paint. But if you're just careful with it and you take your time, you can do that too. Another thing, you might want to roll your wires with electrical tape. I'm going to get around to doing that later, probably after I'm done with this video. But that'll just keep them from, you know, getting spliced and then, you know, losing your power windows, power locks, good stuff like that. You're going to want to make sure that your washer fluid thing isn't out of line. You want to make sure all your wires, whatever you have that you might need over on this side is grounded off. And that should be everything. Okay, the last thing you're going to want to do is make sure your doors open and closed properly.